Okay, this is Northwest Progressive Forum. We did a press conference about 10 days ago or so on unfolding developments on the political scene. Now, considering the latest developments regarding the contentious issue of who becomes what in the National Assembly, we have decided to address another press conference. We are trying to address the new developments that happened due to the positions taken by interest groups across the country. So we had an enlarged meeting of the Northwest Progressive Forum was the convener. Then we have colleagues from the Southeast and the South-South. So we have agreed on a position. We note especially the twist taken by the debates that has potentially pitched the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu against the Northern region, which gave him the most votes in the February election. It is important to point out here that the North generally played a vital role in the electoral victory of the Asiwaju and the All Progressive Congress. In particular, the Northwest is on record as providing the highest percentage of votes of over 30%, over and above every other political zone in the country. It is noteworthy to recall that Asiwaju Tinubu scored a total of 8.79 million votes, broken down into Northwest 30%, Southwest 25.9%, North Central 20%, Northeast 13.5%, South-South 9.10%, Southeast 1.45%. We actually find it ridiculous, therefore, that even a zone that contributed a meager 1.45% is finding it convenient to seek the Senate presidency. In the light of the above observations, the Northwest Progressive Forum and like minds hereby declare the following positions. 1, we commend the mature and reserved silence of the President-elect Tinubu in the face of the mounting pressure of the moment, which we hold. That silence is something we hold as golden. We call on the President-elect to resist the temptation to be unduly dragged into a situation that will pitch him against the interests of his most reliable ally, the North and especially the Northwest. We call original agitators from the South to reconsider their position and embrace the decent rule of fairness and balance, which gives the Northwest the legitimacy to claim the Senate presidential slot. We finally call on the President-elect and the APC and all critical stakeholders everywhere in the country to eschew personal parochial interests and accept the Northwest is the most eligible for the number 3 position, which is also the second functional office after the presidency. Thank you, and God bless. Clarify this. You see, we insist on the Northwest. I've just told you that the Northwest has given, it was the 30% votes that the Northwest gave Tinubu that made him the president-elect. That is 1. 2, Tinubu is, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president-elect, is from the Southwest. So you have a president from the Southwest, you cannot give me a Senate president from the South-South. So if you look at the votes, it's 30% above all other geopolitical zones. So if I want to ask for, or if I want to target the Senate presidency, I will have to tell you what I've done to deliver my zone to the president. That is a more reasonable argument. So you cannot tell me we have Nigeria's president is from the Southwest, then the Senate president must come from the South-South or Southeast. You need somebody from a different zone.
Follow up. Please, what position do you now suggest that should be done to Northeast or Southeast or South?
Well, that would be up to the National Assembly. Our own primary concern is the Senate presidency because it is the number 3 most important position in the history of this country. The vice president, yes, is a good position, but it's a nominal one. The powerful position is president, Senate president, speaker. So even if you give the vice presidency to the Northeast, the vice president, at some time, I think they were saying, it's just a spare tire. Sorry to use that word. I think I borrowed from somebody else. Yes.
Should the Senate should the person who become the Senate president for the 10th Senate be based on the zone or the political zone who has given the president the highest number of votes? Or should it be based on balance of power? And if it happened to like how you are projecting, do you think that some parts of the country will not be feeling that they are being marginalized? And do you think that that will not eat off the quality?
It will not.
Forward?
It will not. You see, it was the North that came forward to say, no way, we cannot have a Northern president. We have a brother from the North who contested the presidency on the platform of the PDP. Everybody in the North said, we are not going to have a Northern president. It's time, in the interest of national unity, national cohesion, mutual understanding, respect for our own, diversity, that we should hand over power. We should make sure that the next president that will emerge will come from the South, because Buhari is from the North. So he has had 2 terms. Now, the next president must come from the South. It was the power brokers of the North and very influential party chieftains that struggled to make sure that power goes to the South. Now, if we give you the presidency and you still want the Senate president, I think people who are talking, I don't want to say they're ungrateful. I think they are selfish. For keeping mum, he has not said, this is my candidate. We have not heard from his spokesman. Even the APC that people are insinuating has endorsed Mr. XYZ, the APC spokesman has not spoken. I've not seen Adamu, the national chairman, speaking. So actually, the Constitution says the elected members of the Senate have the prerogative to vote for one person. They have the prerogative to vote for one candidate. So as far as we are concerned, Asuaju's silence over this issue, we are aware he has a lot of pressure on his head to choose one. And for keeping him mute all this while is a sign of maturity. I think he's trying to allow constitutionalism and democracy to take its full course.
I see really careful because Ganduji, in the press, when talking to press about
Yes.
confirmed that the president-elect has picked
Yes.
Ali.
Okay. Bayo Onanuga
Yes.
is the media spokesman of Asuaju. He's the one that is supposed to make that statement. Ganduje is not even the chairman of is not even the chairman of Governors Forum. I think it's Ganduje's opinion.